Good morning. My name is Erica. I am a small business owner growing a marketing and project management firm. In this quarter, I'm growing it by $30,000 in revenue. So this is a day in my life. It is a Wednesday. It's the ripe hour of 6:43 in the morning. I already walked my pup. I had some eggs for a little protein boost. It's clearly very humid outside here in Charleston, and we're gonna go hit the gym for leg day. So let's go. I look a little spooky, but we're post-gym now and making coffee. I just rinsed off really fast. It's 7:33 and I actually killed myself in that leg workout. Today is a really busy day. Like, we got a lot going on today. I time blocked it yesterday and I was like, well, this will be good content for the vlog because we only have 2 meetings today, which is a godsend. But we have a lot of like high hitting work to do today. So I'm gonna sit down. I need to post a TikTok and do some social media interaction, and then my first time block starts at 8. So let's just chat then. My cat is so funny. She's just chilling so heavy right now. Look at her. She's like, don't talk about me. And then my dog is terrified of her at the other end. Okie dokie, it's time to jump into our first time block. So I'm gonna pull up my calendar. Like I said, my whole day is time blocked up until from now to 9 p.m. So y'all are in it with me. Except I have to edit this at some point. So at some point y'all gonna get cut off. First one is for a prospective client who's doing my task management audit. I need to pull together her training documentation and prep that to send, and I have an hour to do that. So I'm gonna set an hour timer on my phone. I've done all of the legwork on what I think will help her get 2 hours back in her day. I just need to now package that in a way that's ready to be prospect facing. Send it, schedule time for us to review it together, and then before we have that call, have the RFP ready to send as soon as the call's over. Once I get a taste of like her budget appetite. So okay, I did not get as far as I wanted to, but that's okay. We need to move into filming content. I have time off next week. I might have mentioned that already. So we have to film ahead by 2 weeks because I'll be out of office on my normal filming day next week. So we're filming ahead. So I'm gonna double up here and I'm gonna get ready while I film. I'll be back. This goes until 10 and then I have a client meeting I have to present at, so I do need to be there. See you soon. That was wonderful. I was able to film the first week of content really fast and I've been picking up a little bit, got ready obviously while I was filming. I'm gonna eat some toast, make my electrolytes, and then I have a presentation at 10 and it's 9:38 right now. So trying to get all that in before I have to be, on camera. This is my on-camera look, my summer vest shirt thing. And I'll probably check in closer to 11 for our next time block. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the presentation, liquid IV time. I have a 5-minute spot, my mouse is charging, and I am doing a podcast launch for this client. So my spot is talking about the podcast to their entire network of teams. Did this start? Oh, okay. And telling them like we're doing a soft launch before we launch to the public. And so it's kind of telling them like, hey, this is what the podcast's about. This is the idea behind it. And this is what we need from you. And like kind of the time frame, just giving them basically like a little sneak peek. And then I'll be dropping things in our in that employee channel for the next 2 weeks because the soft launch is coming up in about a little over 2 weeks. So I prepped the slide yesterday. It's just one slide and then I'm not really reading off of it. I'll be talking a lot. But yeah, my voice goes out really easily, so I kind of need to preserve it. But that's the deal. There will probably be about 30 people in the call and then another 30 some will watch it after the fact. So after this, we do have a break scheduled and then pretty much, what is this? 3.5 hours of work and then a 30-minute break, 2 hours of work, a 2-hour break, an hour of work. Fun. Wednesdays are my marketing and content days. So you're gonna see a lot of like content focused things happening. Yeah, okay, I gotta go. Peace. Presentation went good. Left that meeting a little early to do some emails just kind of get organized for my time block coming up at noon. It's 11 now, and I'm gonna take Betty to the dog park and then get lunch. Mother of God, that's delicious. All right, it is noon. I have my protein coffee. So this is just like brewed coffee with Fairlife milk and then my Orgain protein, vanilla protein, which really takes it from tasting like iced coffee to tasting like a latte. It's very yummy. It probably for some would taste a little gritty, but like I like it. I don't know. I'm going into a 2-hour work block for one client. So for this client, a couple things happening here. The first thing is their 2025-2026 budget. So essentially for this client, the client is an agency, an integrated marketing agency, and my company's contracted to run their ads for multiple clients, not all of them, but multiple. And I need to approve their budget for a client for the next year. And that client's fiscal year is June to June or June to May, whatever. So there's like all these line items for Google search, Meta, retargeting, LinkedIn, Bing, all of the different ads that we're running. I need to go through, line those up with our main sales periods and make sure that we have enough budget roughly allocated. It doesn't have to be perfect. And make sure that nothing's missing. So I'm gonna do that. Then we're getting some weird countries. So this particular client is not marketing to anybody outside of the United States. They just cannot do that right now. And so we're specifically targeting the United States, but for some reason, one of our campaigns is bringing in a lot of international traffic. So I need to go through and exclude the entire continent of Africa. And yeah, that's easier said than done because there's you have to exclude country by country. You can't just exclude the whole continent. So got to do that. Then we're trying to launch a campaign for the same client for the current sales period. And they're really behind, honestly, on assets. Like the sales period ends end of this month. We're coming up on Memorial Day. And they wanted us to triple results. So it was just doomed from the start. So I'm slowly pulling things out of them, and they sent me a few more things, but they didn't there's different ad groups and they didn't differentiate what copy and creative was for what ad group. And some of it's intuitive and obvious, but some of it is really not. So, and this client, their client is very particular about copy. So we have to make sure we have that right. So I need to go through some new comments I got last night and apply those. And then I need to send them an email that I'm going to be out of office next Wednesday through Friday. And then I have to do an investigation into one of their ad clients that we just started ads for. The ads are doing well from a vanity metric standpoint, but we're not converting. And so I personally think that something's up with the way that we're targeting and we're messaging. And I also think that the landing page conversion is really weak. Our click-through rate is strong. Our conversion rate is weak. So I'm going to be working on that. And that should take me up till 2 p.m. I'm leading a meeting at 2, and then I have a little break. That's my last call of the day. So I'll try to touch base before then. I'm hoping I can finish this up by 1:30 because I need to call my credit card company and figure some stuff out, but we shall see. So I will be back. Wish me luck. It is 3:09. I finished up that work for that client. I talked to Built Rewards. If you are thinking about doing Built Rewards, the rewards are awesome. Just never have a problem. I've never dealt with a more unprofessional customer service team, and I have so much compassion for CSRs. I have worked in customer service roles. I have managed customer service. I've dealt with customer service teams on the other side in almost every capacity. I've been one, I've managed, I've supervised, I've helped them rework processes in companies. Oh my goodness. Literally, one of the girls told me today, nobody wants to deal with this right now. And this is a matter of, for some, Built, you have to authorize a certain amount of payment, and it glitched when my rent paid. And keep in mind, I've successfully paid my rent with Built for several months. So this isn't a cash flow issue. All of my balance is paid in full. I have $12,000 in a credit line with them. So it's not huge, but more than covers my rent. And for some reason, my rent got returned. And so my landlord is literally billing me every single day that it's not fixed. And these people on Monday told me we'll open a case and someone's going to call you back in 60 minutes. Nobody called me back. And they were use this chat function if there's a delay. So I waited 2 hours. I was like, hey, I was supposed to get a call back in like 60 minutes. What's up? Just, you're in the queue. I've been in the queue since Monday. It's Wednesday. So that's really, really cool. And then, yeah, today I've talked to customer service reps every day. I've had 3 cases opened, and then I just got an email about my case, and they were like, looks like there's no problems in your account. And I'm like, what? So anyway, Built Rewards sucks. Moving on. So I had a call at 2 o'clock that I had to lead, and what the deal with that was is I'm helping with an app launch, and it's for a food brand, and so they have like a menu online, and we had to go through all the modifiers. So for example, when you order like a burger and you're like on an app, like add cheese, add lettuce, no tomato, all of those are thought through in very careful detail. And we were going through the last part of our menu review session and talking about like what top level. So if you're at like a burger joint, it would be like burgers. If they have sandwiches would probably be separate, or maybe it's sandwiches and burgers are under that. Like thinking through that logic of how people usually flow, looking at data. That ended. You can hear my team's going off. I'm chatting with one of the developers right now. And I'm about to look at their decision and their risk logs. So my Google Drive, I have artifacts. And I also need to prep this to hand off to my project coordinator. I want her to manage reviewing these once a week for me and just flagging anything that's not done. So yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. Consumer credit line of business complaints is what it's called. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back. All right, y'all, time to sign off, but a little catch up on what I've been up to. This lighting is not doing me any favors. So I took my dog out to enrich her. There's my freaking Batwing. That's where we just go outside and she gets to kind of like be outside without walking or playing. Like that sounds bad, walking or playing. Where she can just like people watch and, you know, feel the breeze through her ears. She actually really likes that more than you probably think. Brought her in. I filmed the rest of the content. I think I mentioned earlier that I'm working 2 weeks ahead right now on content. So I filmed like the second week of content. I still have to make like the carousels and I have to do some like static image stuff for Instagram, but that's a weekend problem. Sorry if you can hear Betty here drinking. What's that? Oh. What else? Oh, and then I worked on a task management audit for a lead. So kind of like the free trial offer to my project services is this task management audit where I meet with business owners and I like talk to them about what's going on with their task management, their project systems, what the pain points are. And then it's like the free intro, I offer 3 to 5 really quick wins. So like nothing that's gonna, you know, like do anything crazy, but something that might give them 1 to 2 hours back per week, but it's not gonna be like a complete overhaul. So it demonstrates really quick value, demonstrates expertise, it builds that trust, it builds that relationship, also lets them know that I listen to them. I package that up into a PDF. I'm not a designer, so it's not a cute PDF. It's just like, you know, the 2 types of marketing girlies, like the aesthetic marketing girly and the data marketing girly. I am the data marketing girly, 100%. It's okay though, we need both to make the world go round. And what am I saying? Yeah, that happened. And then, oh yeah, I had to make potatoes, went through my email, ate dinner, walked the dog. It's now like, I don't know, I can't see my thing, but I think it's like 7:30, a little bit after. I'm gonna make some peppermint tea. I'm gonna edit this. I have some admin to do from the day, just like some to-dos that came up in meetings, some post-meeting admin I need to do, and then I'm gonna read Iron Flame. So that is gonna be my Wednesday. So I'm gonna log off here. I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna sit down and edit this and prep it to go up tomorrow. So thank you so much for being here. If you like seeing these, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment with any thoughts and subscribe because that helps me move my business and my channel forward. Thanks, bye.